everyone, and welcome to the Perfume Realm. My name is Manahil, and today's video is going to be a get to know me / Q&A because I've never done something like this with you guys. I know once I had kind of a Q&A session with Anna here on my channel, but I really wanted to answer questions from you guys. So I did ask for questions on Instagram, and you guys definitely came through with the questions, and I'm going to be answering those here in this video. And also the last video that I made, I don't know if I'm going to be posting it before this or after this, but I asked for questions for this video, and since I'm making this now before you guys can actually comment under the new video, I'll just save those comments and questions for the next Q&A that I do. So don't worry, I will definitely be answering everyone's questions. So I recorded the other video right before this one, and I was like all done up, and then I went out to grab some ice cream with my friends. It started raining, and then I came back and I just kind of changed into this, and then I remembered that I wanted to do this video, and I was just not in the mood to like remake myself look kind of cute, semi-cute. So this is just what it is at this point, but you know, you guys are my friends, so I know you guys don't mind my appearance, hopefully. But let's jump into the question. Oh, and one more thing before we really start. If during the video, while I'm answering questions, you kind of get the feeling like, oh, this girl is pretty cool, like I'm kind of vibing with her, well then I would highly consider subscribing in order to support me and just become part of the perfume realm in general. But let's start with the questions. Hi guys, my name is Manahil. I know I say it really fast in the intro, but I am Manahil and I'm going to be answering your questions. Okay, so I have the questions here on my phone and I love them. They were like so random and fun. Okay, so the first question I'm going to start with is, if you had to choose between mochi or fried Oreos, which one would you choose? So the person who asked me definitely knows me because I love sweet things and I love ice cream and everything kind of related to it. When I first read this, I was like, what? Because my cat's name is Mochi, so I was like, between my cat or fried Oreos. But I realized that they meant mochi, the ice cream, and I freaking love mochi. So if you don't know what mochi is, which I'm pretty sure most of you do, it's ice cream that comes all rolled up in a dough. I think it's a rice dough, I'm not really sure. And the texture is just incredible and it's just really yummy. I love it. I'm not someone who really likes sushi, so whenever I go out with my friends, I'll go with them, but they all know that I'm not going to be ordering any food. I only order mochi. So while they're all eating their dinner or lunch, I'm over here with a little bit of mochi, and it's perfect for me. It is perfect. I love it. And then for fried Oreos, I don't know if you guys know what a fried Oreo is. It's basically what it sounds like. I usually go to BD's Mongolian Barbecue. They have the best fried Oreos, and they're basically an Oreo that is dipped in cake batter or pancake batter and then fried. So like the peak of unhealthy, sweet, sugary, fried goodness, that is what a fried Oreo is. And often they are served with ice cream on the side, so it's like a nice hot fried Oreo with ice cream on the side, and I love the stuff. Like just talking about it makes me drool. I love that stuff, and I would have to say that is so hard. It's so hard to choose between them. I think I would go with fried Oreos only because they're more of an experience. Like if I go out to get fried Oreos, you're getting the hot fried Oreos, and then you have the ice cream on the side, and you have like hot fudge if you want to drizzle it. And it's like a bunch of different components, and it makes it a little bit more of an experience. And then mochi is great. It's amazing, but you know, I can even find mochi at Walmart that is really, really good, and I'll bring it home and eat it. So they're kind of different, but I would say fried Oreos, they're a little bit more unique to me and just so good, so good. Okay, so the next question is, out of your whole perfume collection, which one is your all-time favorite? Choose one. So I think you guys know the answer to this one. I would say my signature scent for life is my favorite perfume ever, and it is Delina exclusive from Parfums de Marly. It is everything I want to be as a woman in a bottle. I love Delina exclusive so much. The next question is, what is something that terrifies you? That is a really good question. I would say my biggest fear is loneliness. That's really what gets me anxious, like thinking of a time when I'm not going to have somebody with me. It's not like I don't like being alone with myself. It's not that, but I mean like kind of loneliness in my lifetime type of a thing, like not having someone with me that I love. And I love the people in my life like very, very strongly. Everyone I keep in my life is there for a reason, and it scares me to be without them. So I guess it's loneliness and loss, actually. Yeah, it's loneliness and loss combined. Those two are like my biggest fear. So that is what truly terrifies me. The next question is, if you could be any animal for a week, what would you be? I would be a bird. I saw this one and I had already made up my mind. I would be a bird because birds are not my favorite animal, but I would love to be able to fly. I just think that that would be like the most incredible experience ever. Flight, gliding around through the air, just feeling so free. I think that would be incredible. I've had a dream before that I was flying, and I remember it was like one of my favorite dreams ever. So if I could be an animal, I would definitely be a bird. The next question is, do you prefer the city or the countryside? This is a tricky one for me because I love the city. I'm from Chicago, but I'm from the suburbs of Chicago. But I did live in the city for some time while I was in school, and I loved it. I love people. I like, noise. Like I can handle it. I kind of like it. And music blaring and just things going on, commotion. I don't know. Plus Chicago is pretty diverse. Like it's a very diverse area, and you can just meet people from every walk of life, and there's so many things to do. It's a whole experience. But there's also a side of me that loves the countryside. I love being able to step back and just experience life and be a little bit disconnected from all of the worldly noise that I just said I liked, just to be away from there and just, have your own me time. Plus, I really love nature. Whether it's animals or it's the flora, the fauna, like I really enjoy it. I like going hiking, going on trails. Like my parents were really big on like outdoor activities. They were just always outdoors with us when we were young. But the thing is, I think I could only take that type of separation for so long before I would start to crave more humanity around me. Like I love to take a break and step into nature, but I guess just being in a very populated area like my whole life, I don't want to be like too secluded. So I don't want to live in the countryside. I would love to have maybe a place in the countryside that I could go to, but I don't want to live out there. If there's any place you could live in the world, where would it be and why? So I love traveling. I feel like I've done a pretty decent amount, and I know that I'm planning on doing so much more, God willing. But from all of the places that I've traveled to, I've just realized how much more I need to travel. It sounds stupid, but like when you travel and your mind is like expanded and you see these different cultures and these different places and these different languages and just customs and all of this, you just realize that there's so much more beyond that. Like you just want to keep going. It's like an addiction. And I feel like I can't choose where I want to, like the ideal perfect dream place would be for me to live until I've seen all of them. And I know that's not possible. When it comes to questions about like where I would live, I always think like future, future Manahil, where would she live? And future Manahil has children, and I want to be in a place where my children will thrive, obviously. And I haven't made up where that's going to be, because I think me and My partner will have to kind of come together and make a choice. So I don't know yet. I think about it, but I don't know yet. The next question is, what's your favorite song? Um, this is a hard one because I have had favorite songs for like different time periods in my life. Currently, I would say my favorite song is Solar Eclipse by NBA Youngboy, but I've had, a little range of different songs that have been my favorite. I know that my first like ever song that I considered my favorite was Cocoa Butter Kisses by Chance, the rapper. So that's not exactly an answer. Oh no, I guess I answered it. Solar Eclipse for now. I know I like dissect the questions, but you're getting to know me, right? So the next question is, how did your perfume journey start? You may already have mentioned this in your video. So my perfume journey, like when it comes to kind of social media and like creating my channel and my page, and really when I started to expand upon my collection, really started to dig into perfume science and history and the notes and all of that, I would say started in January, I think, because, or maybe it was December. It was December or January, so very recently. It was because of this contest that was going on for female, brand new female perfume reviewers here on YouTube, and so I started my channel, and then everything just kind of sped up from there. No, actually, it started a little bit before that because I started to watch a lot of these videos and started to read a lot of these reviews. I think at one point I had a perfume that I wanted to buy, so I wanted to find reviews of it. And then once I found the YouTube reviews, I just got really, carried away, or I guess carried along with all the people who are part of the community and the way they talked about fragrances and their passion for it. And I would say that's kind of where my jumping off point was. Yeah, I think that's kind of how it was. And I started my collection off with, I think I had originally like 6 fragrances. And then from there, it just kind of rapidly began to grow. But I try not to just collect for collection's sake. Like, there are some fragrances that I bought just for, with the collector mentality. But my personal ambition or drive has been more to gather fragrances that, make me feel complete. Fragrances are like people. I told you I'm a people person, and perfumes are my people. Like, it's so interesting. Perfume is so diverse. Every single perfume has its own beauty and personality and its own traits, and it makes me feel fulfilled. Okay, next question. What does perfume do for you on a therapeutic / healing level? So on a therapeutic level, perfume, okay, here, let me break it down. So if I'm really, really down, we all know that there's like, everyone in the FragCom, I'm pretty sure, has a perfume that they know that they can go to that is going to be uplifting for them. So obviously I have like the aromatherapy type of mentality that certain fragrances really make me feel, are basically mood altering. Like, they can really alter your mood, and I have those that make me feel, lifted or comforted, or all of that. But there's also something very scenic about perfume. It makes me feel like I'm traveling and seeing all of these incredible places, or like I'm reading all of these incredible books, or I'm meeting people and I'm meeting all of these incredible, unique people. That's what perfume is to me. Like, every single bottle that I own is so unique, and it has its own traits. I think I just said this, but it has its own traits. So it's not just that there are perfumes that uplift me. Sometimes just smelling a really nice perfume and taking time to kind of go through all the notes in my head and really experience it, it allows me to kind of step away from my everyday life, from all of the kind of just the junk around me sometimes. You know what I mean? Like just all of the stressors and tensions and all of that stuff in life, the loudness, and it just kind of takes you to a little place right there in the bottle. And oh no, I think the battery's running low, so we ran out of flash, and you're just kind of letting it unfold and tell you a story. And it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain what it does for me on a therapeutic level, but it does something. Okay, the next question is, what perfume or perfumes would you like to have available and discontinued? So currently on my wish list for available, I have Coco Moon. I really want Coco Moon. I have Parfait des Roses from Lancome. I have Slow Dive from Harem Green. I've been wanting that one for a long time. I mean, I have a whole entire list. And then discontinued, I have a list of discontinued fragrances that I want. I don't have it on me. Maybe at the end of the video I'll go and look them up. But those are the few that came to mind when it comes to the available ones. Coco Moon, Parfait des Roses, Harem Green, oh yeah, Lucum from Keiko Macheri, Lucum from Serge Lutens, and just, I have a ton. I have a lot. If you ever find my Fragrantica page, the wish list is insane, and it has plenty of discontinued and available fragrances that I can't wait to have. Oh, another one is Cafe Cabano. The next question is, what is the first fragrance you wore? The first fragrance that I wore, okay, 1 second. Let me grab it. Got it. So it was So Hooked on Carmela from Benefit. I bought this with my own money, and it was just the most incredible. Oh, it's still so good. It is so delicious. I don't know why they discontinued this. I had to look high and low to find a backup bottle of this, but this is the first like proper fragrance that I wore. Of course, when I was in middle school, the body mist that I would use is Love Spell and also Pink Chiffon from Bath and Body Works. Love those. I use those all the time. The next question is, how do you know so much about perfumes? I've been asked this a few times, and I'm not an expert by any means, like whatsoever. And I really think you don't have to be an expert to fully appreciate and to be able to talk about and basically spread knowledge about a perfume. It doesn't have to be this like academic, scholarly thing all the time. I think that perfume has a lot to do with feelings, and I just think that over time, like if you really enjoy it and you're passionate about it, you're going to start picking up on things eventually. There were a few specific things that I decided to do just because I was so into perfume that helped me, I guess, gain more knowledge. But I just wanted to say that first, that I don't think that there is any limitation or like restraint or anything when it comes to talking about perfume. Like anyone can, and I think that anyone who wants to definitely should. But I know that when I first like got into it, what I did was try to familiarize myself with the different type of notes. So I remember I started to really test out essential oils, like the separate ones, just so I could kind of get used to what the note smells like on its own, like in a, isolation. And then another thing I would do is I started to carry around a little perfume diary, and I would try on different samples and then write down what I picked up on, what I noticed, what I felt, and then later on I would go through and figure out what notes were in it. So I would kind of like test myself to see if I could pick up on a certain type of notes. I read a lot of different articles in my organic chemistry class. I remember we had like this whole thing on perfume, and then in one of my psych classes there was an entire thing on perfume, and I kind of went into both psychology and like chemistry articles and read up on them just because I was interested. I thought they were interesting, but it helped me understand it more. So it's all about, like, for me the fragrance journey is so personal. I do try to share my journey, but a lot of it is like, you know, self research just so that I can know more about the perfume I'm wearing, because I truly see perfume as art. Like, I think perfume is absolute art, and yeah, like it's just a passion of mine, and I've really been like diving in. But I guess if you're starting off and you want to be like a little bit more empirically knowledgeable about perfume, then you should start familiarizing yourself with the different notes. You can order essential oil sets, or you can go to like your local Whole Foods or anything like that and smell the different essential oils. I say Whole Foods because they have like the essential oils out that you can test out if you don't want to spend money on it. If you do have samples, wear them. And then I highly recommend recording your thoughts on it. And I know you're not going to know notes in the beginning. You might not know notes, but you should definitely verbalize what you're smelling. Like, if you are smelling something very sharp, you might not know that, oh, this is a really sharp green note that I'm smelling, but it is something sharp. So just make note of that, because later on when you pull up the note pyramid, you'll see like maybe it's going to say whatever it says on the note pyramid, and you're going to be like, oh, that's why it smelled like that. That's probably the sharpness that I was picking up on. So I think that's the best way to go. Or like you can smell it and you're like, oh, there's something very lightweight about this. Write that down. You're going to look through the note pyramid and you might see musk, and you're going to realize, oh, it was the musk. And if you don't realize it the first time, the next perfume that you smell and it has musk in it, and you figure out, oh, this also feels very light and airy, you're going to start drawing connections. Like, it's all about just making yourself more familiar with the territory. I mean, like I said, I'm not an authority on fragrances, but if you want my lesson, like the perfume realm lesson, let me know and I will make a little video for you guys. The next question is, I think most perfume collectors once collected and were obsessed with something else. Did you? Yes, I enjoyed collecting. I had a rock collection, like a lot of people do. I had a coin collection, which actually was passed down to me by my father, and it was a really cool coin collection. I actually still have it. I had an eraser collection, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I had a soap collection. I had a big tin full of different soaps, like little soaps that were maybe like carved into roses, or little soaps that, you know, look like this or look like that. I collected them. I really liked soap when I was younger. So yeah, I collected them, and that's the answer. Yes, I collected things as a child. Besides perfume, do you enjoy other scented things like candles, linen sprays, or air fresheners? Yes, I do. I really love candles. I have a really big candle collection. I love air fresheners. I love, what was the other option? Linen sprays. Yeah, I really do. I love all of that. I love things that smell good. Perfume to me is a little bit more of like a dimensional passion, I would say, because whereas candles and air fresheners and linen sprays, I love them, but I don't like dive into them the way I do with perfume. They're just kind of something that I enjoy, whereas perfume is something that I am passionate about. Okay, next question. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. I want to know that from where are you in Pakistan? Okay, you want to know where I'm from in Pakistan. So I was born here in the US. I'm a first generation kid, and then my parents are the ones who were born and raised mostly in Pakistan, and they come from Peshawar. So I'm a Pathan. My whole family is, Pashtun, Pakhtun. So yeah, from Peshawar, the Peshawar region, primarily. They did move around a little bit, but primarily from Peshawar. Where did you grow up, and what is your favorite place you've ever traveled to, and why? I grew up in Illinois, in a suburb within Illinois, near Chicago. And what was the other part of the question? What is your favorite place you've ever traveled to, and why? I would say I loved, it's hard because I really love the places that I have visited, both in Europe and South America. But I guess the best experience that I ever had was in El Salvador. And it was a very, very tiny little village in El Salvador that I went to. And it was just an incredible experience. The people there are so warm, so inviting, and just full of life. Like the place, it was full of life. The village, El Salvador in general, and it's so beautiful and green and lush and just a vibrant place, and I love it. And I really do want to return there someday. But yeah, great memories in El Salvador. If you ever want me to talk more about the places I've traveled, let me know. I'll make a video because I enjoy talking about where I've gone. What's your favorite cuisine? I'm very picky, so there is specific things I like from various different cuisines. There isn't one cuisine that I love everything. I mean, I do love Pakistani cuisine. I like certain Mexican cuisine. I like certain American cuisine, Chinese cuisine, certain ones from everything. I don't have a favorite, I would say. Okay, I'm so scared because my phone is going to die. The phone that I'm recording on is going to die soon. So I'm gonna have to wrap it up, and I'll answer the rest maybe later in a part 2 if you guys want one. But the last one that I'm going to answer is, stick to a lifetime supply of your 25 favorite fragrances or keep discovering new ones. That is a very difficult question. Like, that is super hard. I like to explore, and the part of, discovering, like the thrill of discovering new fragrances is so tempting. But there are the 25 that I would probably choose, just have a lot of meaning behind them, and there's a reason that I value them so much. So I would probably do the stick to the 25. Maybe if I was able to do like a lifetime supply of my top 15, and then the rest kind of make new discoveries, that would be great, because then I could keep some that I have so much appreciation for and still continue. But I can't cheat, so I guess I would have to stick with the 25 favorite fragrances, although it's just gonna suck if I can't keep finding new beauties. But yeah, the 25 that I would pick are probably going to be well curated, ones that I have so much love for, and I couldn't say goodbye to them forever. So yeah, anyways, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed getting to know me a little bit more. I know it was a little bit more of a casual video. It's not what I usually do, but I just wanted you guys to I don't know, maybe see a little bit of a different side of me, besides just perfume. And I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable time with me. I hope you guys have a good one.